Welcome back yet to another edition of Sports Jazz. My name is Isaac. Josh up in here. Guitar, we're trying to look around. We haven't yet located where he is, but hopefully he joins us very soon. Once again, thank you so much for subscribing. The videos are getting more views. Subscribers are hitting up. Thank you so much. And we want by the end of this week at least to be hitting 3,200, because as we speak right now, it's 3,150 subscribers. Once again, welcome to Sports Jazz. My name is Isaac. Josh in the building as always. Today we have, of course, we are going to be speaking about the transfer news. Transfer news in all clubs all over the world. But before we go into the transfer news, we wanted to do a quick one about Manchester United. Keep or sell. So I'm going to bring in Josh, but in the meantime, Josh, please first introduce yourself. Let me come back with a good one. Say hi to the viewers.
Hey viewers, thank you much for your support. Thank you so much for your support. Continue subscribing, continue viewing our videos, and keep videos and comment.
Amazing.
Yeah, we are getting there. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we are getting there slowly, step by step. As I'd said, we wanted to speak to Manchester United, rather about Manchester United. Keep or sell. And yesterday news were out that Manchester United will consider offers for Victor Lindelof, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Christian Eriksen, and Harry Maguire, Stoke McTominay, Anthony Dos Santos, Jadon Sancho, if a valuation is met, okay, by any club that is interested in them, they would have to let them go. Although I don't know why Harry Maguire is one of these people that if a valuation is met, I know they paid 80 pounds. It's a lot of money, but that ship sailed. They should also add him there where Victor is, where Bissaka is, and Eriksen. But Casemiro is off, although he's not mentioned anywhere. I know he has a ton of wages, but he's still a good player. He still adds to the team something. Anyway, Josh, Manchester United keep or sell. I wanted us to do a quick one.
Yeah,
but should we first do? Sorry, we're going to start with the defense. Okay, now let's hit it. So Victor. But no. Of course, let's start with the keeper. Onana, I think the name is Onana is a keep.
Onana
right?
keep. Onana
yeah,
keep.
But again, you still rate him so high?
Yeah, I do. I told you the problem that I do have with Andre Onana is he seems to have butterfingers at some points. I mean, his gloves do not have a magnet for the ball to stick. He often parries the ball away, and his positioning at times is suspect. I mean, there's some goals that he does concede, and you see that
goals.
The arrogance in him is good, but at times he's overly confident, and he moves away from positions that when a ball is when a striker strikes the ball well with precision and not power, it easily goes in. But I still rate him so highly because he understands the manager's style of football. He's able to build with the ball from the back, and now that he's been given a center back, a right-footed center back who can actually play the ball, who is comfortable on the ball in Lenny Yoro. He'll be able to play with Alessandro Martinez, Lenny Yoro, Diogo Dallo, and Luke Shaw if Luke Shaw is fit to start the season anyway.
Okay, all right. Well, I still insist, as I said last time, he's a good. I think Onana is a good player, a good keeper, but slightly overrated. Just slightly overrated. As you said, he does concede very, very silly goals that shouldn't go past him. Anyhow, so let's start our list. Yeah, Onana, okay, keep. Let's go to the defenders. We have who should we start? Of course, Lenny Yoro is a keep. He just joined. Let's start with the defenders. So we have Lisandro Martinez.
Keep.
He's a keep.
No question. I can't even explain it.
Best player in the recently ended Copa America.
Yeah,
Lisandro
sure.
Martinez. Harry
He's
Maguire.
arguably Sale.
Harry Maguire. Luke Shaw,
Keep.
but he's injury prone.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
you keep.
problem. He's
Yeah,
not going
you
to give
do
you
keep.
100. He's not even
You
100.
do keep.
He's not going to give you 60%. Shaw will only
No,
give
I
you
do
40,
believe
45. Very good, but 45%.
I do believe that it was much more than just Luke Shaw being injury prone. Maybe the
Mm,
medical team at United has been revised, and
yeah.
this season they will do much better to keep players in the best shape possible for them to play football. Tyrell Malacia is such a good player that I feel for him. If anything, he's a player I could argue that he could have had a claim at that left hand side had he been
Mm,
fit, because Luke Shaw spent most of the season out of the team. But yeah, he did have that injury, and it was mismanaged. I do believe it was
very,
mismanaged
very
because
mismanaged. Yeah.
it just kept recurring, and he almost had two surgeries on the same problem. But I do believe that he will deputize Luke Shaw this season,
Okay.
and
Anyway,
he's solid enough to start.
you know what? Let's first do the quick and rather the keep and sell. Then we come back to evaluate
Okay.
and give analysis on each player. So you did say Onana, the goalkeeper, keep. By the way, I did miss two goalkeepers. How about Tom Heaton? Tom Heaton,
Keep cheap.
keep.
Yeah.
He should go.
No. We have
Really?
a Vitek. We have Vitek as a second choice keeper. Then you can keep Heaton around.
And the Turkish keeper too.
Yeah,
Is it?
Vitek.
Yeah. Then okay, going to the defenders: Lisandro keep, Maguire sell. Who did we talk about else? Malacia.
Keep.
Then Dalot.
Keep.
Sure, you said keep, right?
Yeah.
Aaron Bissaka, Aaron Wan Bissaka.
Sell if you get a replacement.
Johnny Evans.
Keep.
No, he should not, honestly. But
No,
okay, now we're going to the.
he's already been given a contract,
I
so he's
know,
not
yeah, I
going
know.
anywhere.
Anyway,
So,
he's not going anywhere. So Amrabat. He's mid,
Amrabat
bro.
is out of the team. Sell.
Sell. Okay, no, assuming because there's I
So,
saw yesterday somewhere that he sell, right?
yeah, but if he's
Okay.
cheaper, I would prefer Amrabat to Yusuf Fafana.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Mason Mount.
We cannot recoup the kind of money that we bought him, but for me, he's a sell.
Sell. Okay, very good. Then we have Bruno Fernandes.
Keep.
Ericsson.
Sell.
Casemiro.
Keep.
Facundo. That's a good
Sell.
one. Facundo.
Sell.
Kobe.
Yeah. Keep.
Scott McTominay.
Keep.
Daniel Cole. You know, some of the kids coming through, but he's also in the first team this season.
Keep.
Yeah.
Keep.
Then Hannibal is also in the first team this season.
Sell.
Marcus Rashford.
Keep.
Sell to me. Rasmus.
Keep.
Ahmad.
Keep.
Alejandro Garnacho.
Keep.
Dos Santos Anthony.
Keep.
Jadon Sancho.
Sell.
Shola. He's been promoted to the first team this season.
Yeah, sure retire.
Then
Sell.
yeah. Then of course the last one is Joshua Zirkzee, who we just signed, or who Manchester United just signed. So I think I think that's a good one. Both of them are rather Lenny just joined.
You missed Lindelof.
No, I did. I talked about him the first time, although I didn't repeat. Okay, Lindelof, it's a sale.
Lindelof, you keep him if you don't have a backup. But
see, you
even
cannot fail to get backups for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. You cannot fail to get backups for Maguire, Lindelof. I know, okay, maybe Johnny Evans. Okay,
Phil,
Evans has a new contract, but there are players not in the Premier League. Excuse me, not in the Premier League. Outside the Premier League, there are players that can do a very, very good job. As I said last time, South Americans, and they come cheaply, by the way, very good players, good midfielders, good defenders, good goalkeepers.
yeah.
You know. So anyway, so Josh, still on Manchester United. Uh, what do you think Manchester United? What do they have to do to solve the defensive issues or problems they did face last season? I mean, besides the injury, but anyway, that also goes to the doctors who have been treating them, the whole medical team. What, uh, of course, Ratcliffe, Sergeant Ratcliffe, Ineos at Hall, including the manager. What do they have to do to make sure Manchester United does, defenders especially, do not go through the same injury problems they went through last season? Because at one point we saw the whole back line, both the first and second, all out.
Yeah, it is very hard in football for you to say that a team will not get injured, players will not get injured, because it is sort of part of football, as in players get injured, players must be replaced. But what do we do as United to make sure that we do not suffer as much as we did last season? One, we need to have at least two
Yeah,
capable players in
correct.
each of the positions at the back. I would prefer if United got a deal for another defender for Lenny
Well, the
Yoro.
light is coming. I hope he comes
No,
through
he's
anyway.
no, he's not coming at that amount of money.
No,
United is
I
never going to
anyway,
pay that amount of money for him. I mean,
and I'm happy they're not
uh,
going to pay. But they are good
yeah,
players.
yeah,
You can. I saw
yeah. They're good
rumors
players around.
of Jeremy also coming, joining.
Who?
Jerome,
Yeah, Frimpong.
free. Yeah,
Frimpong.
Fripong. Mm,
The problem with Frimpong is he would be a decent right back, but
mm,
you do have to put it down to the style of play of a manager for you to have
okay.
Frimpong in your side, because Frimpong
Mm,
is heavily an offensive player. I mean,
mm,
he for the goals he scored at Bayer Leverkusen last time, and how Bayer Leverkusen used him last time for you to for his ceiling to grow, is the same
mm,
way you would hope that he would be used. But I don't see that happening at United. If Ripong came to United in the system of Erik Ten Hag, um, he would have, unless Luke Shaw is fit, that Luke Shaw is the one who will not go forward a lot. So
mm,
Frimpong can go forward on the right side, but you can't have both Luke Shaw and Frimpong both going forward that high up the pitch.
mm,
So maybe, and remember Amad Diallo, Anthony Dos Santos, and say Jadon Sancho are the players who will be playing in that right wing position, right wing forward position for United. So for Frimpong to play and we get the best out of him, we do need to have those three players I just mentioned do a lot of work tracking back.
okay. So, and by
And
the,
you
how
need a
about the
decent
doctor?
midfielder too. A
Yeah, yeah, I know.
decent
We're coming to the
midfielder.
midfielders. We're coming to them. But how about the doctors, the medical team? Are they really doing a good work? Because I remember at the beginning of last season, you got one of the senior, but just your, I don't know whether it's your internet, but you do freeze every after like 2 minutes, you freeze for a few seconds, approximately 3, 4. But let's continue. At least the
Sorry,
voice is coming through
but
so well.
I'm here.
Yeah, yeah. See, Josh,
It's you
you remember
now.
last season, uh, at the beginning of last season, one of the senior medical team personnel from Arsenal crossed over and went to
Yeah.
Manchester United. Do you think
Yes,
that's
I
the
do
issue?
remember. No, this is a
I mean,
professional. I mean, this
I
is
know
a
he is. I know
professional.
he is.
He's on a good contract. But last season, I could stop the banter from my Arsenal friends who just kept saying that we sold you Deadwood. I mean, he wasn't good enough. That's why we let him go. But I do believe he's a professional, and things just got out of hand. Or he just didn't have. It was a ridiculous season. It was a ridiculous season. That
Horrible
many
season. A
players
season to
injured.
forget.
Yes, that many
A season
players
to
injured,
forget.
and
Mm,
in the same positions. It was quite ridiculous. But I do believe with the shakeup in the structure at the club right now, that that is a concern they must have addressed. That is a
mm,
concern they must have addressed. And when you see that they have people who are the best in class everywhere in recruitment or in the
mm.
formation of their structure, that they've tried to get the best in class, I do believe that they will have to do something about that medical team, or they have already done something about the medical team to improve it.
Yeah, okay. That's good. So let's proceed. Thanks for the info, Josh. Let's proceed to the midfielders. You did say keep for Bruno. You said keep for Kobe, keep for Mount, keep
No, sell
for.
Mount,
No,
keep
you
for
said keep,
no
and I was like, really? You
Mason
said keep.
sell,
No,
Mason
you're just
sell. I
switching
said
now. If I
okay. I said we
remember,
should never recover that money that
uh
we
huh.
did buy him, but I would be okay if he left.
Okay, now okay. So we have Casemiro, we have Kobe, we have
Scott McTominay.
Scott, we have Bruno. I think those are
Yes.
the only four people that and if you see they cannot take you, they cannot lead you to glory.
Yeah.
You need four more people. Very, very good.
No,
Uh,
at least we can start the season with 5 to 6 midfielders.
yeah, and
That should
this
be
brings
enough.
us back to Ugarte. I'm going to switch in Ugarte and Martin Zubimendi. Yeah.
Yes.
Would you prefer to have both, or you would prefer to have one? And if I know I did ask you last time, but today uh, let's keep the discussion broad. Yeah, at least let's talk about them. Who would you wish to have at Manchester United in your team
I would prefer to have Martin Zubimendi.
over Manuel Ugarte?
Yes.
Zubimendi is too safe, plays too safe for the Premier League.
No, not that he plays too safe. As in, his football brain is quite something. I mean, his football IQ is uh, miles miles ahead of Manuel Ugarte. Though Manuel Ugarte does a job. Yeah, he does.
Mm,
He does a job, and he's good at the job that he does. But I would prefer, you see, in the modern football, we're looking at footballers who can actually play the ball, who are comfortable on the ball. I told you before that Martin Zubimendi could be compared to Sergio Busquets, whereas Manuel Ugarte would be compared to Roy Keane.
mm,
That does not mean that Roy Keane is a bad player or Sergio Busquets was the better player. They all did a particular job. Then it's up to the manager to know what type of job he wants from what type of player. So the profile of the player is there in Manuel Ugarte being able to destroy, intercept, and do all stuff like that. But Zubimendi, his football brain is so good. Um, I see with the back four playing the ball out from the back. When the ball comes to the midfield and they have a player who is capable of holding it up, ghosting away from situations, really
yeah.
comfortable on the ball. He can play. He can play a diagonal pass. He can play the short pass. He comes and collects the ball. I mean, that will be a plus for a midfield that has Kobe Mainu and a United side that has a player like Joshua Zaxi, who drops deep often to collect and play the ball. And Bruno is very good at that interchange play. Bruno is good at the interchange play. So I mean, if you have three footballers in the middle of the park in Kobe Maino, Zubimendi, and Bruno Fernandes, then the manager has to set up a side to be able not to concede possession as much as he can, because if they don't concede possession, then Zubimendi can be able to play, and he's quite a player. But if you are in a side where you're going to play on the counter, and the other team might and you might give away possession, then Manuel Ugarte is your guy, because Manuel Ugarte has the legs, he has the lungs, he can recover the ball quickly, he's energetic, he's a good ball-winning midfielder. Yeah, but that's just about it. And with Manuel Ugarte to cover the spaces, you would then be able to play Frimpong, because then Frimpong can go forward as much as he likes, because he knows that he has cover from the midfield.
Okay, that's a very great insight. Thank you, Josh. So your pick between Ugarte and Zubimendi, 100% Zubimendi.
Yeah, Zubimendi
over Ugarte.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
I'll
be glad if we got either. Though
okay,
the chances are becoming very slim.
You might not get any. Yeah, PSG. I saw the price is crazy.
Ugarte,
I think it's
especially Ugarte, because that price. Good luck to them. I don't think we're going to get. I don't think that money is going to be paid.
I also don't think United is going to pay that amount of money. But me myself, I do think United needs around. I mean, you can't play the whole season with just 4 midfielders in Scott.
So we count Scott, Kobe, Bruno,
Casemiro, Kobe, Bruno, 4.
Casemiro. Yeah, we need at least one more midfielder. 5 midfielders are good, but 2 would be best.
2 would be best. I think you need 3 more midfielders.
No. 3 is too much.
No, 3. You don't have to buy these expensive ones that are going to cost you.
3 is too much. You see, I don't know if you remember.
See, you don't know anything. You know, Scott is somehow injury prone.
Yeah, but I don't know if you remember the kid called Maximilian Oyedele.
Yeah, who played last time?
The
second up, Rangers.
Yeah, he's quite a player. And I think he's 20 now. He's quite a player. So I would, if we get one more, then you can hope that Toby Collier has a breakout season this season. So that is your 6th midfielder. But then you can't buy a 6th midfielder, because there are 2 kids in the wings who are waiting to have an opportunity to come and play. And when you have so much, these kids will never get an opportunity to play. But 5 midfielders, then Toby Collier has an opportunity to play. Jack Fletcher has an opportunity to play. Max Oyedele has an opportunity to play. So yeah,
okay,
I do
that's
think
a good
5
one.
midfielders is enough into the season.
Sir, I was checking on something. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, once again, thank you so much, Josh, for the insight. So that's Manchester United for you guys, with Josh dissecting, telling us, also picking, having his picks. And in the midfield between Ugarte and Zubimendi, he doesn't mind any of them coming through, although he prefers the man who plays or who replaced Rodri on the finals of the Euro 2024 tournament, and played a very, very, very good game. Okay, Josh. So let's move on. Let's go. I'm forgetting. How about the other kid, Richard? Richard Rios. How about that kid, the Colombian?
Yeah, Richard Rios.
He would be a great addition. That's why I said you need 3. He's a good squad. Just the way you see McTominay, he's a good squad player.
If I got Zubimendi and I got Richard Rios, I would let Scott McTominay go.
You'd let them go?
If I got Zubimendi and I got Richard Rios, I would let Scott McTominay go.
No. Josh, with what happened to you last season, you still want to let players go. I know Is it Odele or Yedele?
Yeah,
The kid who
Oyedele.
played
Yeah,
Oyedele.
Oyedele.
I know
Yeah,
he's there, but
yeah.
please
Even
don't
Toby
give him
Kolaya, his ceiling
who
is high. And
who.
Toby Kolaya, Toby Kolaya.
Toby Kola. Yeah, I saw him also.
Yeah,
He's
his
listed,
ceiling
but
is high,
I
and
still
the
think you
manager
need
believes that
with
this
Scott.
might be his season.
Oh man, Josh, we are getting you so well, but your internet, you're overphrasing the
Oh,
video, but
sorry,
the voice is coming through so good. But anyway,
sorry.
listen, I think your midfield, the way it is, it needs two more players. You need, to me, I think you need a dirty player, especially for the Premier League. You need Ugarte, Manuel Ugarte, and you need that kid too also to come through. Zubimendi is absolutely, Zubimendi is fine. Zubimendi is good, but you have Kobe. So bring Ugarte to do your dirty work. Let Bruno Fernandes go forward. Have Kobe Maino coming back a bit and also going forward. Or it could be vice versa. Fernandes coming back, going forward, and Maino keep going forward. But it's good if Maino falls a bit back and Fernandes goes in front, gets you goals, attacks you in the final third, and you're going to have
Actually,
goals. Of course, with
actually,
a good play
with
with
the
good
skill
players.
set,
If you don't have Anthony Marshall, good
if
he
I
left.
were to compare, Manuel Ugarte and Richard Rios, I would pick Richard Rios all day, every day, because I mean, much as is a South American player like Ugarte, uh, Richard Rios is 24. Richard Rios is an energetic pole-winning midfielder, and he has the skills. As in, he dribbles, he can carry the ball from the midfield to the 18-yard box in a heartbeat. I mean, he's full of tricks and stuff like that. I know you don't want a defensive midfielder who has so many tricks, because he might just do one too many in places that he's not supposed to do them. But he's quite a player. He's quite a player, and even at the Copa America, he made the team of the tournament.
Yeah. Okay, that's very
Ahead
good.
of Manuel Ugarte.
I remember, let's try to be a bit controversial. I remember remember you comparing. I'm sorry, I remember you comparing the kid. Of course, he's 24 years, but I remember you comparing him to the great Lionel.
What great! What great!
Saying he had more. Is it more? Rather, he
No,
had
this
more
is the
passes
thing,
in the
though. This
box.
is no. This is the thing, though, and this is factual.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you remember you did that. I know,
Yes, yes, I
Josh.
do
However
remember.
factual
I
it
do
is,
remember. I do remember, but let me just give
however
it to you
factual
once.
it is, don't do
Let me
what
just give
Gita
it to
did
you once.
yesterday, comparing Declan
No,
Rice
no,
to
no, no,
four
don't say
scores.
it. No, don't even say it. But let me just give it to you again. Richard Rios completed 18 dribbles at the Copa America tournament, 6 more than Lionel Messi. Yes, I mean, and he's a defensive midfielder.
I know.
Yeah, to remind you that Lionel Messi is a forward, but lucky that he had.
How old? Okay, compare what Messi used to do at that age, at his
No, no, no,
age.
no. That's he wasn't there. As in, he wasn't there. So we are talking about now, and I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not
I'm saying
comparing.
compare what he's doing right now. I know they play different positions. Compare to what he's doing right now and what Messi used to do at his age, the same age.
No, don't get me wrong. As in, I'm not actually saying that Richard Rios is better than Lionel Messi in any way, but I'm just saying that Richard Rios is such a decent footballer that even from defensive midfield, he completed 18 dribbles, 6 more than Lionel Messi in a Copa America tournament. And Lionel Messi is a forward. But all other things could be there, that he's 38, he's 36, and what, the kid is 24. But I'm just showing you that for a defensive midfielder to have such a feat, yeah, he's good to bring the ball forward.
Well, at least let's let's not do the wild thing to compare the great with the kid. But yeah, okay, that's Josh, for you with the Man United midfield, and then moving forward, the strikers. The forwards. I know you have Marcus Rashford. You said keep. I personally, I would let him go. His attitude. I know, yeah, he goes through. Everyone has his own problems and personal problems. I do respect that. I respect their space, but I think Marcus Rashford has not done enough. He's going to be the same issue. He's going to stay. If Rashford was not English, you remember Anthony Marshall? I think
Yeah,
he's going that direction of Anthony Marshall. And
but
Marshall has already left after
you
a
see with the
huge contract
shakeup,
that was given to him.
yeah, but you see, with the shakeup at
Mm,
United, what is going to happen is Marcus Rashford is going to be given. Actually, you can call it olive branch. This is like his last shot at the club. I mean, if he doesn't do well, you see, we cannot buy. We cannot replace Marcus Rashford right now because of the PSR, because of the rules. You know, when you're buying a forward, he's not going to come cheap. Yes, there might be forwards out there that the club does that are not on the transfer market now, but
mm,
the club has scouted them and they know they're decent players and stuff like that. But for now, you wouldn't want to change too much. If you can have a new front three. If I
mm.
have Joshua Zakzi, I have Ahmad Diallo on the right. I would keep Marcus Rashford only for this season. And if
He doesn't
if
perform, you sell him off.
yeah, if he does not
PSG
perform,
wanted to give you
then
close to how much?
I will
Is
be
it
in a
80 or
position to let
70?
him go. It was a rumor that was never concrete. I'm sure that if PSG was paying 80 million for Marcus Rashford, we should have sold him long time ago. But it was just a rumor. Normally, I do believe that these things are thrown here and about for players to get better contracts and stuff like that. I just don't think with the season that he had,
Mm.
PSG would want to pay anything more than 30 million.
Yeah, anyway, okay, so again, okay, Marcus Rashford, you have Alejandro Garnacho, or some of you call him Alejandro
Oh,
Garnacho, but Alejandro Garnacho. You have
yeah,
Ahmad, okay?
yeah.
Ahmad is brilliant, by the way, as Ten Hag said.
Actually,
This is his
yes.
season. He should prove himself. Then you
Mm.
have, of course,
Joshua
the new
Zagzi,
gentleman, Joshua
yeah.
Zakzi. Who else do you have there?
Rasmus Oyland.
Yeah. Rasmus, sorry. Pelestri, I think he should also be given a chance.
And I
Either
think
be sold off.
no, I think Pelestri should go.
He should go. He
Yeah,
didn't
I think
get
he
really
should.
go. Anyway, Hamad, you don't need, sometimes when you're in very good players or too many good players, you don't need to
You
play 20
see,
games. You only
no,
need
you
one
see
game to make
one
your mark. Just the way you see
exactly.
Kobe did. Ahmad is
Yeah,
doing himself.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
You
you're
see,
right.
when you see Amad Diallo playing football, you see a player who is electric, a
Mm,
player who has a good football brain.
mm,
Um, yes, his frame is quite small, but he's energetic too because he can shield people off the ball. With
mm,
Facundo Pelestri, the problem that I saw when he was given a few games in last season, uh, he's he's uh, he's quite too small. He's quite too
mm,
small, and he was bundled over every chance. Every chance he went toe to toe with a defender, he just bundled him over. Yes,
I know.
he has lightning pace, but we've never seen anything come good from his lightning pace. So I would let him go. Alejandro Garnacho would start on the left hand side, and Marcus Rashford would have to
By the
push
way,
to
by
be
the
able
way,
to play.
let Alejandro be playing from the left hand, from coming in as a left winger.
Yeah,
Rashford
he
has to
will.
do better because the kid plays so better than him. You know,
Yeah, he did play
when
better
coming
than him
from that
this
position.
season. Yeah.
So I don't know. He
So,
needs to really find
but going
himself, and
into
because you have
going into
Anthony.
the
By the
season,
way, you have Anthony, who he only has 1 foot.
I really want Anthony to play. I want
I
Anthony to
want him. I
stay at
want
the
him to
club
play
because
too.
I want Anthony to stay at the club because he's technically gifted. He has some special attributes about him, but I
Mm,
do believe when he settles, it was unfair the stick that he got last season because of the off the field problems that he
English
did get.
press, English press. You know
I
that.
had given him a chance last season, but before you knew it, he had a lot going on, so it was hard for him to settle and play football. But this is the season. He must actually prove himself that he deserves to wear the crest of Manchester United. Yeah, because Amad Diallo has started really well.
Anyway, that's it for Manchester United, guys. Thank you so much for staying with us. And real quick, let's dive into in the next 5 minutes. Josh, please, let's dive into the transfer news. Real quick, before, by the, do you know Gaddafi is supposed to get around 5 million pounds? No, yeah, pounds. Yeah, 5 million pounds.
Sorry,
that was a deal negotiation.
Oh
the negotiations.
yeah.
It was a deal negotiated between United,
Jude.
Jude. You remember the former? I don't know what those guys were doing. Jude, the former, what was his position in Manchester United?
Arnold.
Yeah, Arnold and Jude.
Yeah. No,
then Arnold there was
and, Richard Arnold.
And Richard, yeah, sorry, yeah. Richard Arnold
Richard
and Matt.
Arnold
Jude, Matt.
Yeah,
Jude,
Matt Judge.
Yeah. Those were the guys who negotiated ridiculously. I know Greenwood was going through a tough, and they wanted really to take him out of the team to reduce the pressure from the English press, the fans, and all that. But bro, 5 million pounds, 5 million pounds, as if they can get you a good player from South America. United has to pay 5 million pounds of the money they sold him to Marseille, and that was part of the deal that was negotiated.
I do believe that. Down. No, I do believe that was a very good deal, because at the time Greenwood was a very hard player to move on. There was quite a number of clubs that were rumored to have wanted Greenwood, but the backlash that he was getting from their fans and stuff like that, it was always going to be very impossible to strike a deal for Greenwood to be moved on. So if Getafe accepted to take on Greenwood at the time on loan, they were always going to negotiate at least a figure that would make the loan deal lucrative for them, because they would not see themselves buying Greenwood eventually, because the price tag itself, a club Getafe cannot just dish 26 million euros for Greenwood. Even if they were interested in him, they have to do a lot of things to make sure that that money is well spent. So for me, I do believe it was a good negotiation. It was a good negotiation. Have the boy play somewhere, let him get back the joy of football, and actually do not devalue him.
Okay, thank you, Josh, for the insight. But well, I still think that was a very, very bad deal. But diving in real quick into the transfer rumors or transfer news speculations. Right now, still from all the teams, Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, we are going to add in Spurs and Newcastle. There's really nothing really concrete now. But real quick, Bologna are in contact with Matt Hummels, who is a free agent, as they look to replace Ricardo Calafiori, who's set to join Arsenal very soon. As we said yesterday, Calafiori to Arsenal is imminent. Then Man United has awarded one of their kids a senior contract. Sam Matha signs a new year 3 deal with Manchester United. And guess what? Madrid did sign Mbappe, and Barcelona have signed Mbako. Is it Mbake or Mbako? It's M-B-A-C-K-E. Mbako. I don't know how it's funny going into David De Gea. Ever since he left Manchester United, he still haven't. He has not yet played for any club. He had offers in Saudi Arabia, but he didn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. Man, there's nothing really huge. United look set to go in for the Moroccan right back Mazraoui if they sell Wan-Bissaka. I think he's decent. I don't know why things have not worked out so
Yeah,
well in
yeah.
Bayern, but I'm
No,
hoping if
they
he
have.
links up. No, 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 not really, not really. Do you remember the Mazarawi in Ajax? I'm hoping if
Yeah,
they link up with Ajax, sorry, with Anthony, and it's the same manager who had them the other side.
yeah,
Delight also joins in. If United and Bayern reach an agreement, it will be a great deal. It will be a
yeah.
great chemistry for the three to link up again.
If Mazraoui is bought for reasonable amount,
Mm,
reasonable amounts of money,
yeah.
then he would be a good addition. He's still 26. He's young, and he's a
Okay.
decent footballer. He can play as a left back. He can play as a right
He's
back.
a good player. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Josh, moving on, we have a Dortmund that have been trying to negotiate a deal with Brighton for Pascal Grob for weeks, but haven't yet found an agreement. Dortmund offered 8 million euros, while Brighton are holding out for 10 million euros. However, it looks like the transfer is likely to happen. Then we have Xavi Simons, who's optimistic and thinks Red Bull or Leipzig will find a common ground with his
PSG.
team. PSG, remember he's on loan from PSG. Sorry for the mix up last time, guys. And
Yeah,
I think he's also happy to stay in PSG, where he has very good players to link up with. They have Openda, they have Benjamin Sesko, who did, to me, I think he had a very, very great Euro tournament.
yeah,
Man City are still bracing for a huge bid to come from the Saudis for their keeper Ederson. Then, as I said earlier, Getafe will get just over 5 million pounds from Mason Greenwood's 26.7 million pound sale from Manchester United to Marseille because of the sale clause they negotiated when they signed the 22-year-old on loan. Bro, do you know how that sounds like? On loan.
yeah. That's it's all good. It's all good. It was a very good transaction because
Mm,
Getafe opened its door for
mm.
United to have the player go.
Okay, again, before we finish, or rather a few minutes before we leave, we have Ivan Tony who's preparing to run down his Brentford contract if he does not get a big summer move. I think he's because he doesn't want to renew. I think he wants to move on. I thought, I thought either Chelsea, not Chelsea. I thought United or Arsenal
Arsenal.
were going to go for him because Gabriel
Arsenal.
Jesus. Anyway, we are going to come back for Arsenal tomorrow. There are lots of people. I know Arsenal has been great, but I think if they had a good player as their striker, they would have won the EPL last season.
But they will have a new striker come the start of the season.
Who do you think they're going to get?
At the moment, then there are no rumors for a striker to go to Arsenal, but I do believe that Edu is cooking up something.
He's cooking up something.
They have to get a striker. Even
Well,
Ivan Toney wouldn't be too bad. Oli Watkins is good as well.
okay. Shout outs to Mupe, by the way. Mupe is watching. Mupe says Arsenal needs a striker. And we were just speaking about that.
Yeah, indeed, Arsenal needs a striker. I mean,
Arsenal needs a striker. I don't think
Ronnie Mope, shout out. But
Jesus is not the man.
I think
He's-
even Ivan Toney would work. But the problem is Arteta's style of play.
if those guys had a
Would
good
Ivan Toney
striker, they
would
were
Ivan
going to
Toney
win a treble last season,
would
honestly
Ivan
speaking.
Toney fit in the style of play that Arteta wants? Because if Arteta spent 65 million or there about to bring in Kai Havertz, because he does believe that I would rather have a half nine than a player like a half Tony, like that
Well,
than Ivan
where
Tony.
Mope is still writing, says, well done, guys, and Jesus doesn't work. That is true. Pun intended. Is it-
Pun
Arsenal
intended.
fans,
But
Arsenal fans,
Jesus
that's
works.
yeah, he's not happy with their current striker. Thank you so much, Rooney.
Guys,
Well, moving on,
Jesus doesn't work. Pun intended. But Jesus
moving.
is a good player for Arteta's style of football, though he does need someone better to at least Ivan Toney can play 20 minutes a game and he'll get you a
Okay.
goal. Then eventually he'll be a starter.
Okay. Yeah, that's Josh for you. Moving on, Josh. I'm saying, yeah, what's up with Spurs and signing? I'm not saying it's a bad one. Anyway, I'll keep that. But they have signed, or they are closing in on a deal to sign Min Hyuk. Yeah, Min Hyuk Kang from Gwangwon. Gangwon. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
GANGWON FC. Gangwon FC. South Korea footballer too. Korean. Sorry. No, it's not correct. I thought they were doing that. It says the medical. The medical is medical tests are to follow, and the agreement was already reached. I don't know the player, to be honest, but if they're
Yeah,
into him,
neither
because very
neither
few
do
people
I.
watch the league from
Neither
South
do I.
Korea.
Neither
That's why I
do
was
I. But
finding problems with reading names. Yeah,
you see, the thing is,
Josh, real
sometimes,
quick, in 30
yeah, but
seconds.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes it is good for club scouts to go and tap into that talent that is,
Mm.
yeah, that is out there, and it is unknown. He could be the player that changes their fortunes this season.
Okay, all right. Lastly, yeah, it's about Romano Fabrizio tweeted 13 minutes ago. Calafiori deal is about to happen, guys. An announcement is coming very soon, and PSG remain confident and optimistic to get Yao Neves deal done very soon. Contract agreed with the player. Talks ongoing with Benfica. Yeah, that's it. I think that's nothing really concrete.
Yeah, Ricardo Calafiori.
I know. Yeah, Mope, being an Arsenal fan wherever you are, you must
Okay,
be
at
very
least you
happy.
have a defender now.
Yeah, they have a defender, but they have very good defenders. They have solid defense. They have Ben White. They have the Brazilian Gabriel. They have Saliba. We did. Do
Yeah,
you
like
remember that?
Ferguson. Like
Yeah. Do you
Ferguson
remember
said.
that the France manager, or the French team manager, national team manager, did first put up some drama about Saliba? Or you
Yes,
don't remember? You
yes,
don't
yes.
remember that controversy? I do
No, I
remember.
do.
He has that ego,
I do.
but he did put up a very, very beautiful performance. I think he's
Powerful.
one of the top defenders.
But that is the reaction maybe he wanted from
Look,
Saliba.
before we sign out, still Mope says he plays like Ramos.
No,
I think
he's
he's talking
talking
about
about Ricardo
Calafiori, right?
Calafiori.
Yeah, he's talking
Yeah,
about Calafiori.
yes, I've had a lot of comparisons from pundits around the world, but I do believe they're looking at the looks and not the player. As in, he does look like Sergio Ramos when he was
Anyway,
younger, but
anyway, everyone.
for the style of football, Calafiori is more measured in his tackles.
thank, thank you so much for staying with us. Shout outs to Mope and everyone who has tuned in. Thank you so much, guys. Please write your comment, suggest in the comment section. Thank you for being part of Sports Jazz. Subscribe, like, and share our videos. Yours truly, Isaac and Josh. Josh, say bye-bye to our viewers, our subscribers, and everyone who's been watching, please.
Yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching our videos. You give us the energy to keep doing this every day. So keep watching our videos, subscribe, comment, and like. Cheers.
Shout out to everyone watching. Cheers, guys. Sports Jazz, subscribe.